Sancho scored. Scores again. Enzo Fernandez has scored 3 games in a row. Palmer's back to scoring, but penalties.
Still counts.
But it still counts.
Bobby can't do it.
You know what I mean? Before that, Nkunku had a run. Jackson had a run.
Deep squad.
It's a deep squad. Madueke had a run.
He did. He
had a run as well.
Hat-trick at some point as well.
He had a run too.
This is one.
Source. We're here to talk about football.
I want to...
Not about the future, but the past.
Yeah, the past. I want to be positive today. I know my team is not doing as good as I hoped, but I want to keep it positive today. I want to bring just energy. Just
I understand.
Trying to manifest the future. What's going to happen in the next games. There's been a lot that's been happening with Barcelona, and I just... It's not exciting, but I want to be positive.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I was not happy with, but I want to think that the manager's going to figure it out.
Man, that's a good mentality.
You know, so I'm not going to be bashing too many players today. If anything, I'm just going to be praising the ones that did good. The ones that did not perform, I'll leave them alone.
just for today.
Just for today, because as you know, if you don't know yet, if you haven't recognized what team I support, it's very evident. My team is Barcelona, if you haven't watched this show yet. His team is Chelsea.
Yeah, the best.
And
team.
Speaking of Chelsea,
Europe.
they just... they're on a cloud right now. They're very...
We're on a good run. Let's just say that.
Let's say that.
Let's just say we're on a good run. Because, yes, I am on cloud 9. But at the end of the day, there's still reality. And it is still early...
To call anything.
Yeah. But we're doing good, man. We'll speak about the last game. Now, against Tottenham... I remember the last episode I said it's not going to be easy because Tottenham, it's a dice team. They can roll a 6 out of nowhere. And they almost did it. Now, we started beginning of the game. In less than 20 minutes, they've scored 2 goals. Now, you tell me, as a supporter of any team, if you see your team losing 2-0 in less than 20 minutes, you already know there's something going wrong within the team. Either it's the manager or the players.
Yeah.
And now you're just holding on to your chair, hoping for some sort of miracle to happen. Now, we had a good squad. A lot of, I guess, position changes.
Yeah.
We still had Jackson up front.
He's back in the team.
He's back in the
We'll
team.
talk about this, yeah.
Sancho, given another chance on the team after his banger of a goal last game. All right, so we've got him, and he's playing left. Now we've got our star boy Palmer, as always. He's the star kid. He has to play. Now, previously, we've always brought in João Felix. Or you had Madueke.
Yeah.
But this time, they've put in Neto.
Right.
Yeah.
No, on the left.
No, he was on the right.
So you say Sancho was on the right.
Sancho was on the left.
Was on the left. All right. Cool.
Because I'm going from that.
Yeah.
So you had Sancho, and then you have Palmer, center, and Neto. Now, when we go down to the defensive mid, that's where it got really weird for me because you had Enzo Fernandez playing CDM.
Right.
And Lavia.
So where was Caicedo? Because I saw him play.
Yeah, he was playing, but he was playing right back.
All right, that's new.
See, that's where it kind of confused me. Looking at the starting 11, I was like,
hang on
a second.
Who's playing where?
I understand Enzo Fernandez has been having a run, which is another thing I'm going to go into, about these Chelsea runs. He's been having a run, so fair enough to keep him in the team. But you're now playing Caicedo in a position where he hasn't been playing throughout these games. And he's been doing great at centre defense. You know what I mean? He's been playing great. Now, the rest of the back line, Cucurella, Colwill, and Badiashile, and Sanchez in goals, back in goals this time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was a strong squad. A lot of, I guess, weird changes, but it kind of worked out.
Not the first
Not the first,
the first two goals.
Because I feel like it was just that shock. Like,
Cucurella had some shocking moments.
That's where I wanted to go. Okay, we'll start with him. Let's start with the bad things first, and then go into the good things.
Yeah.
Cucurella slipping up twice, causing the goals. How do you slip twice? Is there a problem with the field? Is there a problem with your boots? What is it? Looking back at the replays, closely zooming in, it's just him tripping over his feet.
You reckon?
Bro.
I saw. I don't know if it was the Instagram. I saw a story from Cucurella, but it was a screenshot from another source of him posting his boots in the bin. So he's pretty much blaming it on the boots.
So he's blaming it on the boots.
So he put his boots in the bin. I think he was wearing the wrong cleats. Oh. Sometimes when you wear the metal ones, I don't know how it works. When you wear the metal ones, I think you slip a bit more.
Well, it depends on the turf.
So he was slipping a lot because he was wearing the metal ones.
Oh man, those first 20 minutes, I was just like, man, what is? He found his feet. Yeah. He found his feet. First goal was like honest mistake. Second goal was like, brother, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, what are we gonna do here? Yeah. To shake it up.
He's very lucky. With the way that their game ended.
Man. But actually no, not Sancho. 17 minutes, scores another banger. Another banger.
How does United feel?
How do
you feel?
Now, Enzo Fernandez scores as well. So now this brings me to my thing of what I've noticed with Chelsea is that when a player scores his first goal, especially this season,
the floodgates open.
Because they start scoring. That player will score for like 3 games and then they'll go
quiet a bit.
And
then someone else will pick
it up.
Pick up the pace.
And it's just been happening. Sancho scored, scores again. Enzo Fernandez has scored 3 games in a row. Palmer's back to scoring, but penalties.
Still counts. Bobby can't do it.
You know what I mean? Before that, Nkunku had a run. Jackson had a run.
Deep squad.
It's a deep squad. Madueke had a run.
He did. He
had a run as well.
Hat-trick at some point as well.
He had a run too.
This is one thing that we talked about this in the last video where we talked about predicting Chelsea, where they're going to finish. This one thing I like about Chelsea is that their squad is so broad.
It's so
There's so many choices. Everyone thought this was going to be a problem, including me. Yeah. And
I did too.
Honestly, no one saw this manager figuring this out. Yeah. And one thing I'm envious about is how deep the squad is.
I know.
If you guys have a midweek game, you have the squad deep enough to choose a different team.
And rest the players.
Unlike any other team.
Yeah.
Like Arsenal have to play the same team. Liverpool have to play the same team. If they change that team,
it's done.
It's different game. Same thing that's happening with Barcelona. If we don't have a starting 11, it's a different game. And we've been seeing the fruits of that labor. Yeah. So Chelsea, they're very fortunate because even if I'm not trying to get this be a thing. I don't want anyone to get injured. But if someone does get injured, you can plug that hole.
Well, we can always plug that hole.
But obviously, you don't want...
No, we don't.
Cole Palmer, for example, is the last player you want to get injured.
100%.
Because I know he's not a leader per se in terms of his body language, but he leads that team with the way he plays.
I feel like Palmer... He's like the spirit of the team. When he scores, everyone's just like, or when he's playing, everyone just wants to show out. Yeah. Everyone just wants to go hard and have fun. And when you look at this team, it's like, even though it's such a big team, they all get along so well compared to how
the chemistry is definitely better.
The chemistry is way better compared to last season. Because I felt like there was a big tension there. When Gallagher was there.
The whole penalty situation as well.
When Gallagher, however you pronounce it, when he was there. Yeah. I feel like there was a lot of tension. And then as soon as he left, and it was just, you know what I mean, MIIB FC.
Yeah, pretty much.
MIIB FC. It just seemed like it was like, I feel like that would be probably one of the funnest teams to go to training to.
Definitely. I feel like any team that's in form, you want to be in that training session.
Oh, 100%.
Because you can't wait to be in training.
I feel like that'd be
because the vibes are just so good. And I feel like it was so we'll jump to Barcelona now. Just talk about, I feel like when we started the season, like you said, training was fun. Because I'm such a Barcelona fan to the point where I watch when Barcelona post their trainings and what they do, around when they're not playing.
Yeah.
I just watch those videos. They're
So
just
watching
fun
that
to watch.
just seeing how the team is developing.
Pre-game preparations, the training, what they do, where they go, like this, just trying to stay up to date with what's going on.
Trying to be in the loop. That's what you're
every video I watched in the training, it was just fun to watch because they look like they're just having fun. Like kids in a playground, or when you play soccer at school, lunch break and all that stuff. It just looked like that, touch. And it was just so fun to watch. And we started so good. And I feel like the highest ceiling we have, we could beat any team. With our starting 11, with the quality I've seen, we have the quality to beat any team. And we have the evidence for that as well. Like beating the Bayern and Madrid, everyone, like when I was watching like pre-game videos of people talking about, they were trying to make it a choice. If you could win one game between Bayern and the Madrid, which one would you pick? And I'm thinking to myself, why can't we just win both? Why does there have to be a choice? Like, at least
to be a choice.
And I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? I would rather win the Bayern one. But then I'm thinking, I need the league win, because if we lose to Madrid, then they go ahead. Anyways, we ended up winning both. And we were on such a high. The thing is, we had so many injuries at the time as well, which made it seem like, what if all these players come back? Would be even more dangerous. But I was wrong. Certain players started coming back, and all of a sudden, our game has dropped. But like I said, I want to stick to the positives.
Now, before you go into the positive, I just want to ask a question. Do you feel like them coming back and things going a little bit lower, you think that has to do with what's going on within the training sessions? Because obviously, if a player gets injured, the coach, the manager has to rethink the team and think of how they can play without that player. And now they've come back, and maybe that system is working for them. Yeah, it has to change again. So
maybe you could be right, because I'll highlight Frankie de Jong, and then you go Gavi. You had a couple more players that came back from injury. And obviously, like you said, maybe the manager's trying to include them in a system that probably they're not used to. Yeah. Because all these other players, they're used to it now. Yeah, and they perfected it.
That could be the main case.
Maybe trying to put in this new player that does not really understand the system has disrupted what's going on. Yeah. And the chemistry is not quite there, because everyone already knew what they were going to do before they got on the pitch. But now with this new player, they kind of have to figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. That's true.
Maybe that's the case, but like I said, look, I don't want to blame any players because this is for the managers to figure out, because players can only be a product of what the manager is teaching them in training.
100%.
The motivation. So if your manager thinks that player is not up to standard, don't play him. If you put him out there, you're setting him up.
Yeah, straight up.
But at the same time, you can't keep playing the same 11, because those players will get tired. And I feel like that might be the case as well, because some of these players have been playing too many games, because games are coming so fast.
They are.
Faster than me in the bedroom. So the games are coming every 2-3 days. So it's just like players get tired, you have to rotate. And when you rotate, you put players in that maybe are not used to the system. And it's just disrupting what's going on. So that could be the case, but I think we'll figure it out. As time goes on, things will click into place again, because we'll click.
I hope so.
For the first 14 games. We played so good, but then there was one time that they changed the team and we lost that game. So I feel like it's just a case of the manager finding what the problem is and just fixing that. And like, as I say, I'm trying to be positive, because I think it will turn around. Yes, we've had some shaky games, but I feel like we just need to find out the formula for all these players coming back. For example, Frankie, they try to play him deeper as a holding midfielder, but I think it's not really his position. He's tried there before, but it's just not working for him. I feel like he could play a bit more forward, because he might make... He's not a defensive player.
He's more of an attacking player, eh?
He likes to attack from the defensive line, which is like...
So
he likes
to build up play.
He likes to progress with the ball from deep. Which is like, you got to pick one. You can't be playing in a deeper role, but you can't defend. Yeah. So I think it was the Mallorca game. They played him as an attacking midfielder, and he played well. But then the previous game we just had against Real Betis, he came on, and I don't want to say it was his mistake, but it was his lack of defending that cost us the goal. And it's just things like that the manager need to figure out. This guy can't defend.
Yeah, they just need to see
play
that.
forward.
They need to see like who fits in which role, because there's no point of you putting a player. Obviously, at first when you put him there, you have a picture of how it's gonna work, and it's a trial.
Yeah,
everything is trial and error.
Yeah.
Now, if you've gone 2 games, 2-3 games, if you've like he's still not performing how, I feel like you should then reevaluate.
Exactly.
Instead of holding on to that thing like, nah, he will learn. You have to learn with the players.
You can't. We were talking about this before this.
Yeah.
You can't hold on to something that's not working.
Yeah.
You need to be willing to move on from that and find a different solution.
Yeah. An alternative pathway.
And I know I say I want to be positive, but
you've got negative, man.
Nah, I just had a thought. You know, we're talking about Tottenham situation. Tottenham have one plan, and that's plan A. And slowly, I'm starting to see that with Barcelona. They have one plan, and when they execute it, they could beat any team. Yeah. But when it doesn't come off, it just seems like there's no plan B.
There's no plan B, yeah.
And it's just kind of a little bit of a weakness for Barcelona. If something is not working the way he wants it to work, it seems like there's no plan B. Yeah. Like, let's drop back. We're winning 2-1. There's 10 minutes to go. Maybe let's just drop back.
Yeah, let's drop back.
And just hold this lead.
But then now we want to keep going.
Now we want to keep attacking. Calm down. Learn how to defend, because that's what cost us in the last game. We were literally pushing our own half. Yeah. These guys couldn't even clear the ball. You know? But it's just something we just need to figure out. Learn how to know when things are not going right and retract and just pack the bus if you have to. Because I've realized even Arsenal are doing it. When they know, okay, this team maybe is going to come back or is going to beat us.
They're going to beat us.
Or maybe we're not up to standard. For example, the Man City game with Arsenal, they just parked the bus. Because they were on a red card. Yep. They were like, we're winning 2-1. Let's just park the bus. 100. Unfortunately, they end up conceding, but at least they didn't lose the game.
They didn't get.
I feel like this is something that Flick needs to implement with Barcelona, where you know your battles. You know what I mean?
Because there was a game in every time.
There's been a couple of games where we had a red card, but we're still trying to attack them. Just hold the lead. Just see it out. You live to fight another day.
He's walking into the arena not thinking that you're just going to annihilate everyone.
Sometimes you're not going to be able to knock someone out in the first 2 rounds. Yeah. Maybe just
play the long game.
Exactly. Just the main, what's it called? When you try and make sure you don't lose all the energy you have.
Yeah. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is at the perfect example.
Don't just go swinging, because in the second round, you'll be dead. Yeah. Your arms will be tired. Now you can't protect yourself. Yeah. You know, just sometimes you just, just keep.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. Muhammad Ali used to
fall back, just protect yourself, and just find that little window.
He just protect himself.
Just find one window where someone looks tired or they drop their arms. Go for it. Don't keep swinging because you get tired. And that it seems like it's becoming evident with the Barca team. They just keep swinging and they leave themselves open.
And then they obviously open up pockets where
they're just getting too exposed. Yeah,
And the thing is that one thing that's going to be dangerous is when teams start to catch on to that.
They have. I think they have. And that's becoming a problem. That's what I'm saying. We need to be able to understand that, okay, this team has caught on. We're winning, like the last game. We're winning 2-1. There's 10 minutes to go. Not even. It was like literally at the 95th minute. I think the ref added on 8 minutes. We literally conceded in the 94th, 95th minute. Like 3 minutes to go. Just hold the lead. That's all you have to do. But like I said, trying to be positive. I think in a different game, we could have won that game. But then again, it was two points dropped, unnecessary points. But one thing I want to highlight, Yamal, top player.
Yeah, he is.
He wanted to win that game by himself. Like I said, I'm not going to name names of people that got in the way. Yamal was single-handedly going to win that game by himself. Yeah. And he was so disappointed when the whistle blew and we ended up conceding. But he saw Rafinha go out, Lewandowski go out. Who else went out? I think Pedri went out as well. And he realized, it's me. I'm the only one left.
Fuck.
And he was playing his behind off.
Being 17. He's 18 now.
He was carrying that. He's still 17.
Oh, so imagine being 17 and knowing that.
Yeah, he's carry that
Barcelona.
team. He even brought us back. We were 1-1. He literally played any way he could. And then he assisted, which I thought was an offside. They scored.
Yeah.
And we're winning 2-1, leading. All we had to do was just defend properly.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, that's Barca. And we have a game tomorrow. Well, by the time this comes out, the game will have been done.
Yeah. But
we're facing Dortmund. And then I think we could do it. Yeah. But I don't want to be too optimistic and then disappoint myself.
But I hope you stay positive, though. That's the main thing. You know what I mean? I just want you to be positive. I want you to be in the same cloud nine feeling that I'm in.
I used to have that feeling.
But obviously your toes...
That could fade.
Your toes are on the floor.
Yeah.
At the same time.
That's one thing I've learned. Like, your team could be up here.
Yeah.
And within a couple of games, you just...
Dang. But it's
a fading feeling.
We're closing that gap, though, between us and thing.
The fact that Liverpool didn't play made it better for you guys in terms of, like, the points.
Yeah, the points.
Well, now you guys are what? 4 points behind?
I think it might. Yeah.
So Liverpool is still 35 and Chelsea's now 31.
31 and Arsenal is on 28.
29 because they drew.
29.
So it's been a good week for Chelsea again.
But it's still too early.
Yeah, it's way too early. I was telling you about this, how Barcelona was riding high. They look like they're a formidable team that cannot be beaten by anyone. And I was telling you about the Liverpool situation as well. I think that could crumble. One player goes missing and that's it. But that was my take. You know, that was my take, and I'm optimistic. I think Barcelona could still come through this situation they're having right now. Chelsea, I'm hoping they can win the league.
I'm definitely hoping that Chelsea can win the league.
For me, I want any team other than City to win it, and I definitely don't want Liverpool to win. That's my biased opinion. But I don't like Liverpool.
I don't want Liverpool. I was going to say Arsenal, but Arsenal have been fighting.
I want Arsenal to win it. If Chelsea doesn't win it, at least Arsenal win it.
Yeah.
You know? So,
but I don't want this London to be red. I want it to stay blue.
But if Chelsea didn't win it, who would you want to win? Because obviously I don't want Liverpool or City to win
If Chelsea doesn't win, I want Arsenal to win.
Yeah. Fair.
At least it keeps it in London.
Exactly. We're just a different team to win it for once. But we'll end it there. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning into M2B.
We'll try to bring a little bit quicker the videos because obviously we're a bit disadvantaged.
100%.
But we'll try to do something that's more
a little bit more engaging with you guys and just something that you guys can always click back to. Yes, we'll probably maybe leave some stats at the end of the video. Certain videos, certain games that have gone through.
Put it in the link maybe.
Yeah, put it in the link.
Yeah.
Maybe even start up a website.
Exactly.
We'll find out.
Yeah, start our own website. Yeah.
Start our own website where you guys can get all your information and stats.
It's an idea.
It's an idea, man. But thank you guys for watching. I've been Ayo Kuru.
I've been Neo. It's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.
Peace.